the fire came through, we all evacuated. You know, it was a firestorm. It came over that ridge and it came over that ridge, and these two fires converged on this valley. It was devastation. Hi, I'm Lynn LaChapelle, and my husband and I own Domaine Artefact Vineyard and Winery. We're a 30-acre estate vineyard and winery, and we specialize in growing Rhone varietals. Domaine Artefact. Domaine means estate in French, and Artefact, we spelled it in the French way with an E instead of an I, and Artefact really pays homage to the Indian artifacts that we had on the property. When my husband and I got married, he was a beer maker. It all began when Mark and I were in Bordeaux, and we had signed up for this wine tasting aromatics class, and we were sitting around, thinking about where we would be, 15 years from now. And Mark said he really wanted to be a winemaker. So we thought about it, and he said, I'd really like, if I hadn't gone to UCLA as an undergrad, I probably would have gone to UC Davis to study enology. And I said, well, you can do that now. You can finish your teaching career and during that time study winemaking. And we started looking for land throughout San Diego County. And I remember growing up, I used to bike through Highland Valley, and I just loved the oak trees and the rolling hills and the big granite boulders. And one day I suggested, let's drive through Highland Valley, let's check it out. I haven't been here in a long time. And when we came through this area, I just knew. And we just thought that this would be a great place to start our vineyard. We did track this region relative to Paso Robles, Sonoma, and the south of France. And actually, it really tracked very closely to Avignon. So we felt, again, that would be a great thing to us to do, is to grow, the Rhone varietals. And we closed escrow. We found the property, closed escrow, and 2 weeks later, the fire came through. We all evacuated. It was a firestorm. It came over that ridge, and it came over that ridge, and these two fires converged on this valley, and it went through this area, in probably 30 minutes.
Wow.
And people's homes died. There's a house chimney up above, and it was devastation. So for us, it really kick-started us, and we knew that we were all in because we had basically a charred piece of property, and we wanted to start planting as soon as we could. We first started planting in 2010, and here we are in 2016. Our first red estate reds will be bottled in July of this year. So we had our first red harvest in 2014, and it takes about 2 years for aging for the estate fruit. The whites we planted in 2010, and we had our first estate harvest in 2013 of our white wines. So when people come to Domaine Artefact, many of them aren't familiar with Rhone varietals. They want Chardonnay, and we talk to them about Grenache Blanc and Viognier and Marsanne and Roussanne, and all the lovely white Rhone varietals that we grow. Oftentimes people come and ask for Cabernet, and we say we can't grow Cabernet here, it's not warm enough, but we can grow Syrah and Grenache and Mourvedre and Carignan. The Rhone grape varietals are Viognier, Grenache Blanc, Roussanne, Marsanne, and Picpoul Blanc. The varietals are unique, and people just don't automatically gravitate to a Viognier or a Grenache Blanc. The fun part is actually introducing the Rhone varietals,
right,
and letting them learn about the flavor profiles of each of the wines and see if they can remember, oh gosh, Grenache Blanc has a crisp, green apple and mandarin orange flavor profile, or to taste a Viognier and say, oh my gosh, this has a great stone fruit or tropical fruit characteristic. And then when you taste our Les Beaux Blanc, which is our melange of 3 or 4 grape varietals, you'll be able to kind of taste those aspects of the wine. Sharing our wine and seeing people's faces light up when they taste your wine and say, I've never had a Grenache Blanc or a Rosé, and that I think is really the fun part, is just meeting great people who share wine as a passion, and that ability to connect with them.